everybody? It's your girl, Sofia, back here on Sofia's Football Talk. As we're now into a new year, of course, January window has closed, and you know what that's time for? Of course, my final Premier League prediction. Have they maybe changed a lot from the one that I did after the summer window? Probably, maybe. I, of course, also want to hear your thoughts, your prediction down below in the comment section after this video. But let's start into the nitty gritty. Like, subscribe, join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. And let's get into it. So, let's start off with the relegation battle. This one, definitely say has changed a little bit since the one that I did in the summer. Here I decided to have in 18th place Everton, Burnley 19, and then at the very bottom we have Sheffield United. I remember prior to this, when I first came out with these predictions, I was saying like Wolves were really at the bottom, to name a few, but and I think initially I said Burnley was 10th, but Burnley has completely been nothing from what I anticipated, but it is what it is. But yeah, so far these teams, especially with Everton's, point deduction and that they might get another point deduction as well, leads me to believe that this time might be them actually getting relegated. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. For the lower mid-table teams, in 17th place, we got Luton Town. I mean, they just about will make it, in my opinion. Luton Town's home ground has been looking like a fortress. Ain't nobody wanting to go there. Recently, they slapped up Brighton, I believe 4-0. Lord have mercy. I don't really want to go there. But hey, we do have to. I think, as they did get, into the Premier League, I think they'll at least stay for one more season. Then we have Crystal Palace, who hasn't really been in too good form recently, but I think they'll still be able to just about manage. Nottingham Forest, they they're an interesting team. They had like a moment where they were a really informed team for sure, but then there's also opportunities where they can, you know, drop some stinkers here and there. But I think they'll definitely be able to manage. We got Fulham, of course, as well, um, which had maybe a little bit of a rocky start, but I think they'll be able to manage to keep themselves there. And Bournemouth is in 13th spot for me. I feel like they've definitely been very much improved, with Areola, the new manager that they got. And they've been playing some interesting football. You have Dominic Solanke is doing his thing. Hey, they're looking good to me. They're looking good to me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking the lower mid-table will be looking at the end of the season. In regards to the higher mid-table, we got Brentford in 12th, who now finally has good old Ivan Toney back. And, the window has closed, so he'll definitely be there, of course, as things stands for the remainder of the season. That's why I think they'll be able to finish 12th. And then Chelsea 11th. I ain't gonna lie, I've been telling y'all, I ain't convinced with this Chelsea. I'm not convinced they spent a freaking $1 billion or how much money they've spent, with the 200 million of that being just the midfield pivot with freaking Enzo Fernandez. Even though he's more as a 10, technically he's not, but he's been forced to play as a 10. You have Moise Caicedo. I don't think he's a horrible player, but I don't think that Chelsea move was a good move. And probably now he might be regretting it when he could have been joining Liverpool instead. But hey, it is what it is. And with Pochettino, that managerial signing didn't really make sense to me either. But hey, here we are. So I think Chelsea got to hold that. It's going to be another season without European football, just being mid-table club. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It is what it is. Wolves, who I was predicting was going to literally get relegated, I'm saying they're going to finish 10th. I just have a feeling they've turned things around. They're looking good. I mean, hey, Pedro Neto is back. Chan, obviously, as I'm filming this, he's still off of, um, Asia Cup duties, but he'll be back and definitely be a person that will get them solidified to 10th in my opinion. And then we got Brighton, they're doing their thing in Europe, and I still think that they will be able, maybe not necessarily be able to get the European football as things stands right now, but they'll probably go far in their respective competition, which I believe is the Conference League. But yeah, with Newcastle, I'm pretty sure last prediction that I did, I might have said 12. Now I think, even though technically at that time they were probably better off when I predicted it, I just feel like now, yes, there's a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff going on, but they still have games where they managed to do something. Isak unfortunately got injured. I don't know how long he'll be injured for of the time that I'm filming this, but I still think they could still be able to get 8 as things stands. Not top 4, unfortunately, and probably not European football. You never know though, but this is kind of, I just feel like the other teams that I have higher up the table might be a bit too convincing, if that makes sense. Potentially. But that's kind of what I think. You never know though. You never know. I could be wrong. This is just my prediction. And then in 7th, we have West Ham, who I probably did maybe say 8th, I think, last time. But either way, I think they'll get 7th. Europe again, this time it'll be Europe League Conference, Europe Conference League. They're right now in Europa League. I have been saying from the beginning, I will not be shocked if they maybe win it. I fancy either by Leverkusen or West Ham. I don't think it's going to be Liverpool. I know a lot of people be saying, so you're speaking nonsense. This is just what I feel, and this is just what I think. But I do think that regardless with West Ham, although maybe lately they've been a little bit all over the place, I still think they can do it though. I don't know. When I look at their players on paper, they are looking pretty decent though. It is a pretty nice overall squad. So I think they can do it. I think they can do it. And then we have 5th, 6th, which of course means Europa League. I decided to put United 6. I was saying 3rd, I believe. I might have said, or maybe 2nd early on the season. No, I generally don't believe we're gonna get top 4. I think we'll just about get 6, and of course that will be a very, this whole season has been a very disappointing season with Man United. I mean, the initiative was we were going to get a trophy. We were going to try to, get the gap between, those at the top and us to be a bit more short, and maybe try to go on a little bit of a title race run. But no, we're not being anywhere close to that. The only chance of a trophy might, have to be the FA Cup. But as things stands right now, we're doing a madness. So I do not know. I for one have probably written the season off. But you know what? We'll probably get 6. I just have a feeling that we'll scrape through and get 6. If we get 4th, hey, it still will be, regardless, disappointing. Do not get it twisted. But I would love to get Champions League football again, but I just don't think we're going to do it with these lots. And I decided to put Villa ahead of us. I think Villa has been overall pretty consistent, especially being a very fortress at home. Yes, they got spanked by Newcastle very recently at Villa Park, but I still believe that they have just enough to probably get into Europa League again. I mean, right now they are pretty sure they're playing in the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. I think it might be Brighton playing in Europa League. But either way, I have a feeling that Villa, I think they can do it. I think they'll manage to just get it just enough, if that makes sense. So hey, up the Villa, I guess. Mm. And then I decided to just put freaking from the top four and the rest. Yep, as y'all see, I decided to put Spurs fourth, Arsenal third, Liverpool second, and Man City first. I don't want Man City to win another four bit. I don't want it. I don't. But you know what? The more and more I try to go back and forth and try to think, okay, will it be Arsenal? Will it be Liverpool? Da, da, da. I just have a feeling they probably would do it. I won't be shocked just if Liverpool does it. That definitely would annoy me way more, to be honest, than if City does it. But I don't want none of them to do it. If I could choose, I'd rather have Villa and Spurs to do it, since we're not going to do it. But hey, here we are. But with Spurs, I think they'll get top four, and I know that right now, as things stands, they are fourth. Villa is fifth, but they have the same amount of points. So it's more so, I think the title race is depending on how it goes with Arsenal now in the game against Liverpool. As right now I'm filming this video, they haven't technically played each other yet. So that can definitely be a very big of a title decider, if that makes sense. So you never know. With City, I just, De Bruyne is back with that new hairdo as well. Come on. Haaland is back as well. With Liverpool, they're missing Trent slowly getting back, and of course they also will be seeing Mohamed Salah again, but they're able to get the job done. And now the fact that Jurgen Klopp has said that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season will give them a little bit of a push. I don't think it'll be enough for them to win the league. I think they will stumble at some point, because we've seen this story with Man City so many times before. And with Arsenal, I did say this early on in the season, if Arsenal would have gotten a striker, if Arsenal would have gotten Ivan Toney, I would have said they win in the league, because that's how much of a impact he would have made, in my humble opinion. But they didn't get a striker. Might probably get that in the summer, but they probably should have, not gotten a Kai Havertz instead and used that money to try to, okay, maybe sell an Eddie Nketiah and then get a Ivan Toney, in my opinion. But here we are, and it is what it is. But I think we're going to end it at that. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What is your prediction? Everything from the relegation. Who do you think will get top four? And who do you think will be winning it? Let me know. And I'll be back very soon with a new video. Peace out, everybody. Subscribe, like, share. Feel free to join the SFT membership. Link in the description box. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Sofia out. Bye-bye.